Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Unlock over $3,500 in business and travel value annually with statement credits on select purchases from brands like Dell, Hilton, and Adobe, and other benefits. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Based on total potential value of statement credits on select purchases and other benefits, enrollments required, monthly and other limits and terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
At Capella University, learning online doesn't mean learning alone. You'll get support from people who care about your success, like your enrollment specialist, who gets to know you and the goals you'd like to achieve. You'll also get a designated academic coach who's with you throughout your entire program. Plus, career coaches are available to help you navigate your professional goals. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
This is Optimal Health Daily, 4 ways to develop discipline in your life by Julianna Poplin of thesimplicityhabit.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Hey there, happy Sunday, and welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, or OHD, where I read to you from some of the most popular health and fitness blogs online. All right, and with that, let's get right into it as we optimize your life. 4 ways to develop discipline in your daily life by Julianna Poplin of thesimplicityhabit.com. Do you ever find yourself staring at your to-do list and realizing you've made no progress? Or do you set goals for yourself only to find yourself totally distracted and focused on something else? Do you know what you need to do, but just can't bring yourself to make it happen? If this sounds familiar, discipline may be the key. Discipline is something that, for some, may carry a negative association. It might remind us of being disciplined as a child, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about self-discipline, which is a skill that many of us can benefit from in our daily lives. Discipline isn't just something that's nice to do or have if you want to achieve your goals and make positive changes in your life. It's necessary, and it doesn't have to be difficult. What is discipline, and why does it matter? Discipline is your ability to hold yourself accountable and do what needs to be done, even if you don't necessarily want to. It's a critical skill that many of us need to succeed in the world, and it's one that's introduced to many of us early on. As we grow, we're introduced to the importance of discipline at school and at home. Doing our homework and studying for tests requires discipline. Showing up to soccer practice after school takes discipline. Doing your chores? Yep, that's discipline too. But many of us are introduced to the idea of discipline without really understanding why. Why does discipline matter? The answer becomes more apparent as you grow older. As a kid, you have someone there to hold you accountable. You're reminded to eat your veggies, brush your teeth, do your homework, and go to bed on time. As an adult, there's nobody there to hold you accountable. It's all on you, and the stakes are a lot higher. You've got deadlines at work, bills to pay, and maybe even other little humans or pets who depend on your ability to stay disciplined. You've got to do the work, even if it's difficult or unpleasant. When you develop discipline, you make it easier for yourself to navigate life's challenges and overcome obstacles. You learn how to push forward and persevere, even when you don't want to. By developing a disciplined mindset, you set yourself up for success and make it easier to achieve it. If you aren't feeling very disciplined right now, don't worry, there's still hope. Discipline isn't something we're born with, it's something we develop. Like a muscle, you can strengthen your sense of discipline by putting in the work. 4 ways to develop discipline in your life. Ready to become a more disciplined person? It won't happen overnight, but with a little effort, you can develop discipline in your life. Here's how you can make it happen. 1. Make sure you know your goals. Knowing what goals you're working toward is the first step in becoming more disciplined. Without knowing what you're working toward, it can be difficult, if not impossible, to actually hold yourself accountable. Clearly define your goals and put them somewhere visible. Write them down on sticky notes and put them on your bathroom mirror. Put them on a whiteboard in your kitchen or on your cell phone's wallpaper. By keeping those goals visible and top of mind, you're more likely to hold yourself accountable and less inclined to brush them aside. 2. Understand your why. You need more than a goal to develop discipline. You need to look a little deeper and make sure you know why that goal is important to you. Why do you want to be able to run a marathon? Why do you want to earn that promotion at work? Want to stop smoking, eat healthier, or kick that bad habit? Why? By getting really clear on why your goal matters, it becomes much easier to convince yourself to take action and do whatever it takes to get there. If you can remind yourself exactly why you're running a mile each morning, you'll be way more likely to lace up your shoes and make it happen, instead of telling yourself it can wait. Everyone has their own why. Whether you're setting a goal or making a change for your personal well-being, your mental health, your family or friends, your sense of financial security, your future potential, or something else, it's absolutely critical to figure out what's truly driving you and keep it top of mind as you work to develop discipline. 3. Build helpful habits. Habits are incredibly powerful tools that benefit numerous areas of our lives, including our ability to develop discipline. Habits are essentially little actions we incorporate into our lives on a regular, routine basis. While they can be difficult to form, through repetition, our habits become easy and virtually effortless. Because of this, habits can be a tremendous tool in helping us become more disciplined. Consider what habits might help you achieve your goals through discipline and find a way to incorporate them throughout your day. One effective way to build new habits involves habit stacking, or linking habits together so that one triggers the next. By connecting a new habit you're trying to build, for example, taking a daily multivitamin, to a habit you already practice, like eating breakfast each morning, you'll make it easier for yourself to achieve that habit and embrace that sense of discipline. And 4, get rid of temptation. Temptation is the enemy of discipline. And while some people are great at resisting temptation, saying no, and sticking to a plan, some of us aren't so lucky. If you're struggling to develop self-discipline because you have too many temptations leading you astray, the answer is pretty simple. Find ways to get rid of them. Can't seem to say no to sweets, even though you're determined to drop 10 pounds and stick to your diet? Get rid of the temptation by skipping the cookies at the grocery store and keeping your pantry free of the things that'll derail you from your goals. Trying to drink less? Make plans with friends that don't involve restaurants or bars. Go for a bike ride together or try a new hobby instead. Struggling to go to sleep on time? Take your television out of your bedroom, put your phone on silent in a separate space, and get rid of other distractions that cause you to stay up so late. By taking action to eliminate temptation from your daily life, you'll find it much easier to stay disciplined and achieve your goals, whatever they might be. You just listened to the post titled 4 Ways to Develop Discipline in Your Daily Life by Julianna Poplin of thesimplicity.habit.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Right now, there's a talented person out there who could take your company to the next level. Do you want to hope they see your job post before your competitors? Or do you want to match with them with Indeed sponsored jobs? Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. Give your job the best chance to be seen with Indeed sponsored jobs. When I was looking to hire, it was so slow and overwhelming. I wish I had used Indeed. Spend more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results now with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Do it the right way with Indeed.
Rinse takes your laundry and hand delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded, so you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
Said you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.
Dr. Neil here with my commentary. As I was reading today's post by Julianna Poplin, particularly when she was discussing suggestion 3, building helpful habits, I remembered something that I once heard somewhere else, I've shared the Aristotle quote about how habits define us, so you've heard that one before. But I remembered listening to The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. At one point in the book, the author Hal said, quote, "There's no class offered in school called habit mastery. There should be. Such a course would probably be more important to your success and overall quality of life than all of the other courses combined." End quote. Why would he make such a bold statement? Well, just as today's author Julianna said, when you develop discipline, you make it easier for yourself to deal with life's challenges and overcome obstacles. You learn how to push forward and persevere even when you don't want to. By developing a disciplined mindset, you set yourself up for success and make it easier to achieve it. So even though habit formation may not be taught in school, it may be one of the most important skills we develop. So which of today's authors Julianna's suggestions are you going to start with? All right, that'll do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for being here. Again, thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for listening every day. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And of course, I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.